Hafaday and welcome to Weekend Edition. I'm Carmen Terlahi. So glad you could join us. Land scam issues and more. That will be the challenge for the man selected to oversee the Chamorro Land Trust Commission. Nick Delgado reports.
Jack Hattig is no stranger to the public eye. After a failed run for senator, Hattig has now been tapped to be the director of the COTC under the Leon Guerrero-Tenorio administration. Hattig telling KUAM he wants to work with commissioners to fix the problems of the past.
So we need to straighten that question out, and I think when I ran for the legislature, I made a lot of headway talking about this issue. So using that experience and working with the new senators that come in, I believe that we can clarify that.
We're looking at things for Mr. Hattig. He has a master's degree. He has a specialty in administration in the National Guard, and we're very comfortable and stand behind those choices.
But one problem that has followed Hattig over the years has been his arrest back in 2012. He once stood accused of inappropriately touching students while teaching at a local high school. The charges were eventually thrown out. Governor Leon Guerrero and Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio defend the selection of their appointee.
I think, that's past. I think, like we see here, there's room for corrections, and Jack has been a great, outstanding member of the community, a great teacher. His values are really good, and the skills that he has, we will make sure that he runs the Chamorro Land Trust Commission well. He was with us during the campaign, and so to me, that's history.
And with regards to Mr. Hattig, I think that he definitely adjudicated his issue through the court system. And I'm glad you asked it here, it's Department of Corrections. Sure. So I think if we're going to invest in people and give them an opportunity to succeed and show their service to the people, I think that's the kind of philosophy we have. We don't throw people away.
While the COTC is waiting until the next meeting to decide on Hattig's confirmation, he too says he's just looking ahead at leading the agency.
I just look forward to working with the land trust and getting to work. We've resolved all those issues, and now it's time to look forward.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, Nick Delgado.
With over 2 decades of managerial experience in the private sector, Richard Ibanez steps into the role as Director of Parks and Recreation. Jonah Gonçalves has more.
For Richard Ibanez, all he needed was a couple of questions answered before accepting the leadership position at Parks and Recreation. He says he was shocked yet humbled to be afforded the opportunity, and he was ready for the challenge. While new to Gov Guam, Ibanez's previous work as General Manager of the Windward Hills Country Club and Director of Sales and Marketing for Guam International Country Club will come in handy. Settled in, he's ready to tackle his priority list for Parks and Rec.
Number one, Joan, is I got to get that Aganya pool up and running. That's number one. I've been working really closely with Lester Carlson. Number two is to get the Delito pool up and running. The third one would be the Paseo facilities. Right? As you know, we have the Oceanic Games coming, and we have the GML, we have Little League. I want to make sure Paseo is ready for that.
Ibanez is also looking to beef up manpower at Parks and Rec. Currently, they have 2 park rangers and 9 maintenance workers for roughly 70 parks that are in their inventory. He hopes to revive public-private partnerships to help upkeep the island parks.
A lot of our parks have been adopted, but hasn't been kept. So I want to revive that relationship so that, hey, if you adopted this park, can I see you and see how we can maintain it once a month, once every 3 months, but we can't just leave it as it is, because if you look at some of the parks, there's trash everywhere.
These are goals he, along with his Deputy Director Victor Villagomez, hopes to accomplish within the first 100 days of their tenure. Ibanez says that if there are any companies or organizations that are interested in adopting a park or assisting Parks and Rec in any way, or if you have any ideas, you can give him a call at 688-6317. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jonah Gonçalves.
Ibanez adds that he's working with Carlson on securing funds to pay off the GWA bill for the Hagåtña pool and a corrective action plan for the pool's infrastructure. As we reported, the Hagåtña pool has been closed due to an existing $900,000 bill. It was back in 2015 when the Hagåtña Restoration and Redevelopment Authority first held a pair of open house workshops to get public input for the island's capital. Fast forward to 2019, the Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration hopes to breathe life into the Hagåtña Master Plan with the new executive director at the helm. Jonah Goncharfris has this next story.
Although her bid for a seat in the 35th Guam legislature was unsuccessful, Lacia Castile is ready to roll up her sleeves as executive director of the Hagåtña Restoration and Redevelopment Authority. Governor Lou Leon Guerrero and Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio reinstated the agency, demonstrating their commitment to revitalizing the island's capital.
It's been dormant for quite some time now. I believe in 2011 is when former Governor Calvo tried to streamline several agencies and put this underneath the Department of Chamorro Affairs, and that eliminated the director position.
With nothing moving forward in the master plan to develop and restore Hagåtña, Castile comes to the table with 15 years of commercial real estate experience, doing both tenant and landlord representation and working on developing different shopping centers.
There's a lot of history in Hagåtña. There was once more than 1,000 residences in Hagåtña. It was the center of government for all of Guam. It was a vibrant, bustling village, and the master plan is a proposal to propel that village into a city.
And Castile is no stranger to the challenges the capital faces as a small business owner herself who operates out of the Chamorro village.
I've served as the president of the Isang Song Merchants Association for a year now, and I've been advocating for the 40 small business owners there, and it's been a challenge to try and get the tourism in, the people to come. And so I think I know the ins and outs from that angle.
She recalls Hagåtña back in 2016 when we hosted the Festival of the Pacific Arts and how there was foot traffic, music, vendors, food trucks, and more.
There's no reason why Hagåtña shouldn't be like that every day. And the plan's mission is to rebuild and re-centralize the government agencies. And then that alone will save us millions of dollars that the government is paying right now in rent.
The overall goal is to have that density of people, that core in Hagåtña.
Once we have that density again, it's going to lay the groundwork for all the services that those people need. Cafes, restaurants, mom and pop stores, retail, and I think that's the long-term goal. Is to create this hustling, bustling center here in Guam, and I'm very excited to be a part of it.
The immediate goal is to find the money needed for the mission to move forward and for staffing. In the fiscal year 2018-2019 budget, funding allowed for only one planner. However, Castile was assured that funding would be found for her position. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jonah Goncharfris.
Joan adds that the HRRA is currently working on upgrading their website that will ensure transparency and integrity. Well, the recent federal ban on cockfighting has many locals up in arms, while groups have rallied together hoping to challenge the ban. Guam's newly elected Attorney General, Levin Camacho, says his hands are tied.
My job is going to be to enforce local laws. I understand that there's a federal statute that's been passed banning cockfighting, and that really falls under the discretion of the U.S. Attorney here, and whether or not they're going to be out actively enforcing the federal ban on it. But if it's not criminal under our local law, I don't know what business I would have.
Senator Jose Pito Turlahi recently wrote to Congressman Michael Sinicolas on the matter, urging he take action. Well, social media is changing how the world leaders communicate. President Donald Trump, with over 57 million followers, turns to Twitter daily to voice his opinions on controversial issues in 280 characters or less. Even Guam's Superintendent of Education, John Fernandez, knows he's more accessible to students and their concerns via Twitter. Now the island's newly elected Attorney General, Levin Camacho, is jumping on the bandwagon. Crystal Paco reports.
His office will be turning to Twitter.
That's going to be a big focus for me, just to get out there and to
meet with the people that we provide services to. And we've started social media already, so we rolled out our Twitter account.
Newly sworn in Attorney General Levin Camacho credits his predecessor, Elizabeth Barrett Anderson, for laying a solid foundation. Now, he tells KUAM he can focus on outreach. That's what prompted OAG KUAM, their Twitter account.
We'll be kind of letting people know, hopefully using it for things like consumer protection. You know, we hear about things, tax scams that are going on during whenever there's storms, price gouging. So we're looking for ways that we can share resources for wider dissemination, not just on the radio.
And more crimes are occurring online.
A lot of our outreach campaigns are aimed at younger people, and I'm having to learn how to use things like Instagram and how to build an Instagram story. It's funny, during the campaign a lot of was made of me being so young, but I feel so old when it comes to technology and using it as a way to get to our youth, because sexting is a huge deal. People's lives are ruined, cyberbullying. So kind of shifting technologically into doing our outreach and trying to get to those communities that really we're meant to help in those areas.
Follow the Office of the Attorney General on Twitter at OAG KUAM.
So far, no federally funded employees at the Guam Department of Education have been furloughed as the longest U.S. government shutdown persists. PIO Issa Baza says, quote, both U.S. DOE and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services are fully funded for the year. Therefore, Head Start, special education, and activities supported by the consolidated grant are not affected, end quote. She does warn that the department receives support from other federal agencies that were affected, like the U.S. Department of Agriculture. USDA funds the free lunch and breakfast program. Those funds will be available until March. Also, the U.S. Department of Interior helps fund construction projects. Baza says if the shutdown continues, there may be no money for free school meals, and the department will potentially not meet payments to vendors. Public Health is asking for the public's help in providing information about the island's centenarians. A centenarian is any senior citizen who is or will be 100 years of age or older between January 1st, 2019 and December 31st. Residents are asked to inform a centenarian, their family, or caregiver about the upcoming recognition event that will be held in May. Public Health's Division of Senior Citizens encourages individuals to obtain a form from their Manilao office at the University Castle Mall or download a form on Public Health's website at dphss.guam.gov. The deadline to submit biographical forms to the Division of Senior Citizens is Friday, February 22nd, 2019 by 3 p.m. For more information, you can call the department at 735-7415. And recently, airmen from the Guam Air National Guard's 254th Force Support Squadron departed to a deployed location in support of Operation Inherent Resolve in Southwest Asia. They will enhance combat readiness by providing worldwide agile combat support and community services by delivering superior morale, welfare, recreation, manpower, and personnel program services. The Guard asks to please keep them and these airmen in your thoughts and prayers. According to a press release, more airmen are scheduled to leave in the coming days and weeks as required and will be deployed for approximately 6 months. Well, stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we'll see what stories are trending this week on our social media platforms.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Cheers to 80 years! It's our 80th anniversary and the gifts are on us. 80 gift certificates, 8 shopping sprees, 8 staycations, and 1 round-trip flyaway for 2 to Manila. So how do you enter? Calvo's Insurance personal home and auto customers are automatically entered. Non-Calvo's customers may enter by receiving a qualified quote. It's our way of saying thank you for trusting us for the past 80 years. For more details, visit calvos.com/giveaway or call 472-6816. Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years.
Start something new this year when you buy a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram from Cars Plus and Mighty. Like a new Jeep Compass Sport, $175 per paycheck. Or a new Chrysler Pacifica LX, $213 per paycheck. Or save $10,500 on a new Ram 1500. How about a new Jeep Wrangler Sport? Only $309 per paycheck. Plus, receive a Cars Plus Shell Value Card with every vehicle purchase. So this year, start something new with a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram. Only at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
KUAM TV 8, your home for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games.
Hafide and welcome back. Well, many headlines covered this week caught your eye either on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Now it's time to take a look at what you had to say. Asha?
Hey everyone, I'm Asha Robles, and here's what happened this week on Trend Spotting. The Archdiocese of Agana held a press conference Wednesday morning at the Chancery to announce it's officially filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the District Court of Guam. Ford Elsesser, a member of the Archdiocese of Agana's legal team, said there will be 3 aspects to the reorganization, as it attempts to secure the maximum amount of justice to the survivors of abuse. Close to 200 people have filed clergy sex abuse complaints against the Archdiocese of Agana. The 3 parts to the reorganization are as follows. 1. Over the next 6 months, the Archdiocese will provide broad notice to everyone who may have a claim that has not yet filed. 2. Once that deadline has passed, they will go soon after into mediation with the Archdiocese insurers, abuse claimants, and their legal representatives. 3. Once that settlement is achieved, the plan is to incorporate it into what's called a Chapter 11 reorganization plan. The church currently has $22.9 million in assets. It also has a $45.6 million in liabilities, which includes the clergy sexual abuse lawsuits. Because of the federal shutdown, the recent filing for bankruptcy could also be hit by major delays. A status hearing is set for January 31st. Here's how the community reacted online. Patrick Teague says, Chapter 11 reorganization is to consolidate debts and liabilities and to offer a way to make good on as many of those debts as possible. This is by no means the end of the Archdiocese. And Bernice Legaspi says, wish I can win the lottery to save our church as it's part of our legacy. We can't just let it go like this. Break-ins are becoming a trend for at least 2 Guam Department of Education schools. Early Monday morning, officials discovered 4 more classrooms were broken into at Simon Sanchez High School. This time, they suspect the group, possibly made up of students, to be responsible for a separate incident at FBLG Middle School. GDOE Superintendent John Fernandez stated, quote, it's getting to the point where we realize it may be the same group of kids, finding ways to access the schools and just kind of doing it to damage our facilities. End quote. And although it's happened before, the number of break-ins in the past few weeks is alarming to the superintendent. This is what some had to say. Carlos says a few security cameras will stop this. Joey Baza states, our leaders should use some of their pay raise and hire security to keep these campuses safe. On Instagram, Nabubu28 says, I really don't understand why people keep breaking into our school. There is nothing in Simon Sanchez. Administrators are asking for the community's help to find those responsible. If you have any information about the break-ins at Simon Sanchez High or FBLG, you are asked to call police or Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. In lighter news, we would like to congratulate GW standout athlete Jelana Garcia as she signed her letter of intent to play rugby for Mount St. Mary's in Maryland. Jelana's jersey number, 35, will also be retired in girls rugby at GW. The signing took place in the GW main office in front of family, friends, and faculty. Congratulations from all of us here at KUAM and on social media. Here's what some had to say. You've been seeing it all over Facebook and Instagram, side-by-side photos from 2009 and 2019. So we decided to take part in the 10-year challenge and put together some photos of our anchors and reporters over the years. Check it out. Post your 10-year challenge photos and tag us. That's it for now. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, Sasha, for that throwback. Well, coming up next is your Crime Stoppers report.
Advances in technique and medications used to prevent dental pain have shattered the myth that a dental visit is something to fear. Even the dreaded root canal or wisdom tooth extraction. Swabbing or spraying a topical numbing agent on before the injection and using different techniques and anesthetics can create a relatively comfortable or pain-free injection. Injections are often the most feared procedure. Some patients don't like the sounds or the vibrations of decay removal. If you're still nervous or you gag easily, despite these techniques, very safe oral medicines can be taken before your dental appointment to eliminate all fears, or some clinics use nitrous oxide gas. Pain relievers can easily be prescribed to eliminate mild to severe dental discomfort after any visit. For your Helpful Dental Minute, I'm Dr. Kenny Bourgeois of Paradise Smiles. We shall never know all the good that a simple smile can do.
There's no place on Guam like Chuck E. Cheese's. It's tons of fun with so many games, and parties are a blast, where everyone has fun. Come and party at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam. Call and book your party today.
What's up, guys? My name is John Stuff. My name is Luca Pereira, and you are watching KUAM.
Games with no injuries, that's really rewarding to me.
Watch Health Check with Nurse Jen Artero every Tuesday for community health information, advisories, and news you and your family can use for leading a healthier lifestyle. Health Check during KUAM News Healthy Living. Health Check with Nurse Jen is presented by Island Cancer Center.
The Guam Police Department is reaching out to the community for their help in reference to a school break-in that occurred in Simon Sanchez High School in Jigo. Now, the preliminary investigation suggests that on Friday, January 11, school officials from Simon Sanchez High School arrived and immediately noted that the school had been broken into. An assessment was made where school officials had determined that 13 classrooms within the school were broken into with extensive damages noted to school property. Now, the students from Simon Sanchez High School are reaching out to the community for their help. If anyone has any information about this crime or any other crime, you can call our 24-hour hotline at 477-HELP, that's 4357, or submit a tip online at guam.crimestoppersweb.com. All calls will remain completely confidential, and a cash reward of up to $1,000 could be paid if the information provided leads to an arrest and a grand jury indictment. Your call does make a difference.
Start something new this year when you buy a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram from Cars Plus and Mighty. Like a new Jeep Compass Sport, $175 per paycheck. Or a new Chrysler Pacifica LX, $213 per paycheck. Or save $10,500 on a new Ram 1500. How about a new Jeep Wrangler Sport? Only $309 per paycheck. Plus, receive a Cars Plus Shell Value Card with every vehicle purchase. So this year, start something new with a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram. Only at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
When you purchase a vehicle from our dealerships, we give back to the American Cancer Society and Guam Cancer Care. With your help, together, we've raised over $400,000, giving local cancer patients a gift of more anniversaries, more birthdays, more years, more days. Together, we're giving them the gift of time. Triple J, customers first.
Uproar Team Series, Saturday, May 11th at Custom Fitness in Agana, a multiple extreme challenge event coming soon. Nothing is impossible. Look in the mirror and uproar.
Hafide and welcome back. Well, here's Dave Delgado with sports.
Hey, what's up? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Big game for you on Monday, AFC title game. It's the Chiefs versus the Patriots. You can catch it right here on the stations of KUAM TV 11, 9:30 in the morning. The Chiefs are favored to win the AFC Championship game. Quarterback Pat Mahomes has thrown for 50 touchdowns to only 12 interceptions. Tyreek Hill leads the team in receptions with 87 for 1,479 yards and 12 touchdowns. Pat Mahomes has 5,097 yards passing and is dangerous on his feet, able to extend plays and put opposing defenses in tough situations. The game will be on the shoulders of Mahomes. Will the bright lights at home be too much for the second-year player? The Patriots are entering their 8th straight AFC Championship game appearance. They are now looking to reach their 3rd straight Super Bowl and 4th in 5 years. Veteran quarterback Tom Brady laughed at the fact that the Patriots will be underdogs heading into Monday's game. Brady has 4,355 yards passing with 29 touchdowns, 211 interceptions. Sony Michel will be a threat out of the backfield along with James White, while Julian Edelman will draw coverage to the slot position, becoming a mismatch with any linebacker trying to cover him on the outside. Well, that's going to do it. Make sure to check out the game. Carmen, back to you in the studio.
And of course, before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Celebrating all weekend long. Happy birthday to you, Jennifer Lynn Lozama. Sending you many happy birthday blessings with lots of love from the familia. And a very special happy birthday to Isabella Perez Villasoto. Happy birthday to our newly minted teenager that's coming with lots of love also from your family. And a very special happy 13th birthday going out to Cohen Jose. Happy birthday to our amazing son, Cohen Jose. Lots of love from Mom, Dad, Grandma Ree, and your familia on Guam and abroad. Happy birthday to our handsome teenager. Well, remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your birthday, your photo, your name as well. That's all the time we have from us here at Guam News Network. Thanks for watching and have a safe weekend.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E. Explore your world.